All right, let's go ahead and get settled in and get started. As you guys know, we've had a little bit of a rough week, so hopefully this doesn't go too bad. We'll go ahead and open up and start with prayer requests, and as always, we'll go ahead and start on this. Two unspoken. All right, get two unspoken. Anybody else over here? No? Okay, go ahead. Uh, Larry, Richie, oh, hey, Larry, hi. Yeah, okay. Yeah. I actually, the funny thing is, when I came in, I'm like, man, where's Larry? He's always here. That's why he said he's not feeling well. So, anybody else? Oh, hey, she's someone. It's a flower delivery girl. She's bringing me some flowers. Man, I thought they were for me. Go ahead. Yeah, always remember Sandy. Unless I hate to say this, unless otherwise, because she's been having some issues for a while. Uh, she's and of course Jeff is, whenever your spouse is going through a hard time for a long period of time, it's always hard on your spouse too. So go ahead, Iris. Oh, I'm sorry. We had two unspoken. I- is it on? Hello? Yeah, it's on. Is it? Is it good now? Okay, that's weird. For some reason, it was had a false spirit inside of it. So we had two unspoken, um, Sandy Man, and then um, Larry. Thank you. Go ahead, Barb. Oh, yeah, that can. Yeah, yeah. I said when you pray for Ted. Yeah, and vertigo is a scary thing because you sit there when you don't really know exactly what's going on. You're just like, oh my goodness, the room's moving all of a sudden. So yeah, it does. It feels like the room's moving. All right, anybody else? Go ahead. Okay, so Bucky Brewer, he got some grandkids who are making some big decisions, and the missionaries, military, and our country as a whole, more and more. The Bible talks about last days as things are going to wax worse and worse. And that's good for us and not good for everybody else. But definitely, God is long suffering, and hopefully He tarries His coming for the sake of the world. Did anybody else? Okay, Iris. I'm sorry, Minda, Albie, and Linda. Health issues. Unspoken. All right. Betty Lee. All right. I wasn't sure if I had heard something or. Okay. Betty Lee. Go ahead. Okay. Lynn in Florida is in a hospital. Is not doing very well. Anybody else? Is that a praise? You're so low. I tell you, her family. You guys know her family's out of town. Lives out of town, and so she goes up out of town. 6 sometimes a year, probably something like that. And when we got married, she left her family and moved down here with me. And we had talked about, when, she goes up to see her family all the time because she's very close with her family and for good reason. And so we kind of made this deal, if you will, that she'd be able to go up there quite a bit to visit them. And it's even to this day, we've been married 12 years, and even to this day when she's gone, and now especially with the kids, it is just weird to them being, the house is, I'm always worried, like on Sunday mornings especially, that when they're not there that I'm going to oversleep because the house is just quiet. And so I'm like sitting on my phone. I've got like 10 different alarms that I'm setting to make sure I wake. I'm exaggerating, obviously, but making sure that I wake up because it's like, man, especially now, it's just like I can't oversleep on Sunday mornings. And it is just weird to how quiet and there's no kids yelling and all that stuff. But yeah, so anybody else? All right, we got, last week I told you, and I don't know if you got an update on, her name is Sue Falsna. I didn't remember her first name last week. It's Brittany's sister-in-law's mother. And last thing I knew, and you can correct me if there's any update, that she was in the hospital. She is out of the hospital. Did they ever figure out? The end of life type, possibly cancer, and so she's out of the hospital. I don't know if you guys heard. She's out of last week. She was in the hospital. They were doing tests, and they haven't got the test results back.